Alright, so this is like the extras, basically. I've been playing Secret of Evermore for a number of weeks now. Kind of flying by the seat of my pants, trying to get um, to this screen right here, the end. And finally, we made it to the end. And I just want to sit down and I want to say that I used to watch somebody I lived with. I don't know how to describe who they are. They would sit and they would play Secret of Evermore like religiously, like all the time. So I would see, every little thing in Secret of Evermore, and they made a map of the dark forest and all kinds of other stuff. So basically, I've seen a large percentage of Secret of Evermore played like all the time, but for myself, I've never actually got to sit down and like complete it. So I thought it would be fun to, actually sit down, complete Secret of Evermore, get to the end, and see how much of the game I can get through and see how much of the game I can actually complete. I missed a couple of alchemy spells, or alchemy formulas, as they're called in the game, but that's okay. I think the last hit on the boss was a little bit, I don't know, it seemed kind of cheap. I don't know. It seemed like I wanted to get the last hit on the boss, but I resurrected the dog and he seemed to like get the last hit on the boss. It's fine. I beat the game. It seemed a little bit weird, but I beat the game. So that's the important part. I got through the game. Now I can sit down and like analyze the game and be like, well, this part of the game where the boy is dressed like this, he looks like the boy kind of reminds you of Marty McFly a little bit. He's got that kind of a jacket on. I don't remember where I found that picture, but that's a picture from the internet. He kind of looks like Marty McFly. The people are from the people that he meets are from the 1960s. So he's not actually going back in time, but those people are from another time. So it's kind of related. Those people have to then deal with being in the future, probably like the 1990s or something, I think is when the game takes place. So yeah, that all comes into play pretty much there. So what basically it boils down to is he's kind of like, he remembers all these movies, and that becomes a lot of the jokes in the game. He's like, remember, it's like that scene from this movie, and that also plays into part of the character's personality. A lot of the characters in the thing that you meet along the way, they have their own little personality, and like, they're all unique individuals. Like Tiny is pretty interesting because he's not really a villain, although at some point he is throwing like little dudes at your head. But once you get him face to face, he's like, I don't really want to fight. He kind of reminds me of that ogre that's in that one part of World of Warcraft, and he's like, I don't want to fight anybody. He doesn't want you to fight anybody, so he like will jump on things and ride them around. I don't remember. But that's a different game completely. We're talking about Secret of Evermore. So yeah, what else can I say about Secret of Evermore? There were certain parts of the game that I remember very distinctly. The desert from back in the day, before this playthrough. I remember the desert. I remember there was a trading game. Um, I remember that that last fight was a pain in the ass. I remember that there was a maze. I remember the maze. I remember that there was like a chessboard. Although I thought there was more to the chessboard than just that foot knight. But I guess I was thinking about the little dudes that fly around it. And what else? What else happens in Secret of Evermore that I could talk about that I remember? I remember the thing where you fall into the little holes and it spits you out somewhere else. I remember that being really frustrating for the people who are playing. But yeah. And then once I sat down and started to play it, and I've also watched a lot of the Meta Sigma did a lot of speed runs while I was playing Secret of Evermore. So I would sit and I would watch his playthrough, which is like a speed run, and there are a bunch of glitches in the game that you can do that eventually, you know, I might put that into the extras on this series. Certain glitches and things that you can do in the game. There's the Atlas glitch. There's like ways to get around talking to certain people by using the dog and pressing the sniff button to get around stuff. Those are interesting ways that you could make the game shorter, but I wanted to go for completion. I wanted to figure out how to do things for myself, how to do a normal, regular playthrough, not necessarily 100% playthrough, just a regular playthrough. Leave all of the times that you die in the playthrough, and that is what this series is the regular playthrough. So more or less you get that playthrough, and that's what I did over the course of quite a number of weeks. I could probably go back and count the number of weeks I've been playing Secret of Evermore. So yeah, it might take a while. But every Sunday from, let's see, yeah, even in March, looks like, yeah, in March we were on episode 50, so let's go back a little bit further to February. Oh yeah, still Secret of Evermore there. So let's see, I keep a pretty good record of every time I stream and all that sort of thing. So it looks like we started streaming Secret of Evermore back in, let's see here, oh yeah, back in February 1st. So from February 1st till tonight, which is technically June 1st, we've been streaming Secret of Evermore every week. So let's see, I have a little tiny calendar. I could count the weeks. I could count the weeks for you from February 1st till now. Pretty simple math. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 weeks. So in 18 weeks, playing an hour every night, I was able to get through Secret of Evermore. So you could probably get through it in 18 hours, maybe like that's what they would do. They would start in the morning to play the game and finish it sometime at night. So I mean, there are ways you can get through the game quicker if you're good at it, or you know every little detail of the game. But I found myself having to, consult maps and look at this and look at that. So, I had to figure out how to do a lot of things and figure out strategies for bosses on the fly. So maybe 10 hours. I don't know how long it would take, but I could probably do a lot better in some way on another playthrough. But I'm not going to do another playthrough. Maybe on my own to learn different tricks and tips and add that to this playlist. But yeah, that's Secret of Evermore, and I played it through to the end, and I'm kind of happy about that. I have not finished many other games, but gosh darn it, I have finished Secret of Evermore, and that to me is that's an achievement, that's an accomplishment, that's something that I've done. And it's 1 a.m, and I'm staring at the end screen still because something might happen. So, but I'm gonna sit here and talk about it for however long that takes to happen. Maybe it happened and I wasn't looking. But yeah. And what's in the future for Sunday now that I've completed Secret of Evermore? I don't know. I really don't know. I thought about playing Final Fantasy 3, which is Final Fantasy 6. Also, the one I'm talking about, if I'm referring to two different numbers for the game. It was 3 when it came out here for the Super Nintendo, and for the Super Famicom it was 6. I might play that. I've thought about Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger has so many different endings, though, that I don't know how to work on that to get different endings. Although, you can make copies of the save state or whatever. I thought about that. That might be one way of doing it, but for now, I might take a break next Sunday instead of streaming Secret of Evermore. I haven't done a Weird Wednesday also in a couple of weeks, mainly because I haven't found enough games to do at once. Usually, if I do Weird Wednesday, I try to do at least 5 or 7 games so that I can put up one game each night. And also, when I stream Secret of Evermore, I tried to do it so that I could have 7 episodes throughout the week. And that has actually worked out pretty well. I've had a Secret of Evermore episode once every day since, I don't know when. Since February 1st, maybe, or February 2nd at least. So, 124 episodes as of today, and however many episodes there's going to be from tonight's stream. So, yeah. There you have it. Secret of Evermore. So, I don't know what else to say other than I am pleased that I didn't have to repeat the end boss a third time. The second time was the charm. Although the first time, admittedly, I ran out of spells. I didn't need to use all the spells. I just needed to use Energize, let the dog do all the work. Yeah, that was probably the better thing to do. I could stream more Minecraft. I've been wanting to do Mage Quest, but for the life of me, I can't find the time to edit anything lately. It's pretty sad. I sit down and I'm like, I should edit Mage Quest. Yes, And then I sit down and I'm like, you know what I'd rather do right now? I'm gonna go do PvP on my rogue in WoW, and I just do that instead of edit things. Even this video might not even get edited. It'll just be one long ass rant about Secret of Evermore, which is okay. It's okay because this is this is the talk. It's the podcast after me getting through it. I should be happy. I am happy. I'm happy that it's over finally. I've finally gotten through Secret of Evermore. And I don't know what to do now. What do I do with myself now? I don't know what to do with myself anymore. Now that it's over, what do we do? I don't know. I don't know what to do now. It's over. Now that it's over. Now that we've reached the end. Question mark. Is it the end? Is it really the end for Secret of Evermore? I think there might be like other things that people have done to this game. There might be mods and cheats and stuff and hacks. I think there's a hacked version where you can have 2 players and the other person can play the dog. Kind of more like Secret of Mana. Can you play 2-player with Secret of Mana? I don't remember. I know that the game is supposed to be a lot like Secret of Mana in some respect, because of the menu system, like the circular menu around the character. I know they made it like that. They based it off of that, but they didn't take the engine from Secret of Mana. They built their own game engine from the ground up. So that was pretty interesting information to learn about Secret of Evermore. I will have a more in-depth, like, how they did it kind of thing about Secret of Evermore at some point in the future. But right now, this is just me talking about Secret of Evermore and my experience with Secret of Evermore and what I thought about Secret of Evermore. I haven't really talked about how hard was it. It wasn't that hard of a game. Kind of used to the adventure style games with the spells and stuff like that. It's kind of almost like Kingdom Hearts in a way. I don't know. Kingdom Hearts didn't necessarily... I mean, there were spells in Kingdom Hearts, I think, but I don't know. I think that the part where that they could have done better is when you use a spell, it kind of like freezes your character, and that's kind of a way to cheese out a lot of the boss attacks. So they might have left that in on purpose, because there was I think it was I was fighting that Magmar guy at the end, and he was using Crush on me, and I was using Heal on myself, and they kind of canceled each other out. I got healed anyway. So I wonder if that was an intentional design thing so that you could like get around bosses using spells on you. I don't know. But it kind of worked out in the end for me, I guess. It doesn't happen too often with a lot of bosses. A lot of bosses aren't really just using spells on you all the time. Some of them are rather they shoot at you, or they shoot beams, or they run at you. But a lot of them do not use a spell that will freeze the game. Spells and stuff like that, or the alchemy in the game, is kind of neat. There's a lot of things in there there's a lot of spells that I never got a chance to even use or put on. Just because you can only have so many at one time to select from. So I didn't really get a chance to use everything. I want to eventually use all the different spells or whatever, but I don't think I'll get a chance to even in another playthrough, because you can only have so many spells, and at the end you can only have so many spells equipped. And at the end you get some new spells, so it's like, here's a bunch of spells you may or may not use. I did use Energize though. That thing was pretty helpful because it fills up your meter really quick. And as you could probably tell, since you get that ship, you could fly around more. Could have definitely flown around and leveled up all the weapons and, done a bunch of side quests and talking to people and looking for more things, but I was kind of really focused on getting through the game tonight. So, yeah. Hopefully I did a good job of just buckling down, and like even if the stream is going over an hour, I'm just gonna go ahead and try to get through the game. So that's what I did. That's what I just hoped for the best and said, okay, let's do it. Let's go get through the game. Maybe I'll add some music in the background of this or something. I don't know. Maybe some Secret of Evermore music. I don't know. But there you go. I'm still looking at the end screen. Hopefully something will happen eventually. I know that there's another screen after the end, but even after the little Carltron scene too. It might be a long time after the end, so I'm not really sure. Let me look at Secret of Evermore. Secret of Evermore glitches. So, yeah, there's a bunch of glitches that are in the game. Oh yeah, if you have more than 16,777,216 of the same currency, you'll start over again at 0. That's interesting. Yeah. So I'm just looking at some things here. Watch ending credits. Yay! Ending credits. Alright. We're looking at the ending credits right now. I've got a bunch of pages saved for Secret of Evermore, including maps and just general stuff. So... trying to see if there's anything special to look for. Not really. I do know that there's another scene after the end. Question mark. I think it has to do with the programmers though. So... and that's another thing, the music person, I think, also did the music for Skyrim. So, yeah, that's interesting. That's an interesting fact about the game. Yeah. So, we have completed Secret of Evermore. And, I don't know what else to do. I think I'm just gonna call this an evening. And, take my leave for the night. I had fun. I am glad that it's over. I look forward to playing the game over again with a better understanding of how to get through it. I think I have the map somewhere of how to get through the forest. I printed it out so I would be able to just like not have to look at anything. like a map on the screen or anything like that. But yeah, even through having to reload Windows on my computer, I even played Secret of Evermore. So, yeah. We've definitely had to get through Secret of Evermore. Oh, here we go. You're a patient one, aren't you? Well, here's another cryptic credit just for you. Dolly Grip, Brian Fedrow. Yeah, I don't know why the game would need a dolly grip. So now it's a completely blank screen. So I think there's even another screen after that, but I'm not going to stick around for it. I think I'm going to head out. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. The secret screen. You've seen it. You stuck around long enough to see the secret screen. So there you go. Alright. Well, some more in-depth things will be coming soon. And I had fun. And I'm done. And we're done. Take care.